Okay. Hey, welcome everybody. This is Randy Park and Chris Meets with Icon Ecom. Thanks for joining us. We're excited. We've been working on this virtual fundraiser for a long time and anxious to be able to set this up and bring this out to our Icon Ecom group. We want to show you how to create a virtual fundraising campaigns and grow your business. This is just like what we've been doing for 30 years and why now it works better than ever. We want to show you today on how you can partner up with us, create these virtual fundraisers, swag shops, gear shops that can help others and make you money and can grow your e-commerce business as well. So that's what we're excited about. We're anxious to walk you guys through what we're doing. First of all, a little history and background on it. I've been doing this for 30 years. We've been producing apparel and trinkets and trash for teams and groups, organizations, the old way for, like I said, 30 plus years. The way that process, really works is it typically starts with the customer reaching out to us, or, they walk in Icon Ecom, or, our sales team contacts them. Then the conversation usually goes to, what do you want, or what can I get? And, we kind of walk through our product list, and, they tell us what they're looking for. And, we work through that whole process. Then it leads into the design discussion. Well, do you have a logo or just an idea? Do we need to create it? Are you guys going to provide it? That's usually the next step. And then it comes down to price. Somebody's looking for 50 to 100 shirts, and it's a 3-color. What does it cost? And we work through that. Then the customer takes that information back and creates an order sheet and starts taking the orders, from their group or organization. The customer has to collect the money from their group or organization. Then they get back to us, and then we produce the orders. The customer pays us. Then the customer hands out all the orders. It's kind of it's a process, and it's been more on the back of that customer in the past. The downside is a couple things. It's a little more price sensitive that way. They're typically coming in, they're asking for a price, 50 to 100 shirts. They're going down the street shopping us a little bit, and it's a little more competitive that way. Also, what I've seen through the years is when we're doing that, it seems like there's always something short or mixed up at the end. Our customers taking the orders, maybe they write the size down wrong, or maybe when they're handing them out, somebody grabs the wrong shirt before they even know they get in there. They're missing a shirt or missing a size. We have to go back and make that right. That's usually a problem in there. And a lot of times the organizer gets stuck with non-payers. Somebody orders a shirt, I'll get you the money, and then they disappear, and they're stuck with the shirt. And the whole process has really been a lot more work for an organizer the old way. But the new way, and what we've been doing for a while and working through this process, works a whole lot better. And the reason that it works now, it's simple. The last 2 years of the pandemic have just changed the whole world. For 2 years, teams and groups and organizations have been out of business. They haven't been able to organize or do their sport or get together as much as possible as they used to. And that business had kind of gone away for a little bit. But now they're back, they're hungry, and they're really active, and we're seeing it just explode for us. The other reason this works is because, through those 2 years, consumers are much more receptive to ordering on the internet. And it makes it a lot easier. They're more comfortable with getting online, placing an order. And also, we just bring that technology to them. So, that's why we're in a position to do that. And that's why it's going real well for us. The thing that makes it work is that, we were really taking most of the work off of our customers' shoulders. Like I walked through with you before, the order still starts with, somebody with an idea, and they call us up, or they walk in, or our salesman has contacted them, and they're looking for something for their group, their fundraiser, their organization, whatever. What do you want? What can I get? We walk them through our selection of products. We have that design discussion. We either help them with the design, they provide us with the design. All that's still part of it, but that's the easy part. Then we come up with a price form. But the next step is where it really gets easy for that fundraiser or organizer. Is we do what we all do. We mean in selling on e-commerce is we create the digital products and then create a landing page and provide them a link. So we're doing the same thing that we're doing every day with our Etsy store or WooCommerce site, and we're creating products. Sometimes we're creating a category where we've got multiple products on there. We give them a landing page and a link to go along with it. That makes it easy for our customer. Our customer, then they just have to provide that link to their group or the group that they're influencing. So if they're raising money for the team, or they're just doing a swag or a gear shop so that everybody can order shirts, they just pass out that link. We collect all the money for them. So on our site, we send them there. We do all the money collecting. We produce all the orders, of course. We ship or deliver the orders for them. And then at the end of the day, if we're sharing this as a fundraiser, we pay our customer. And so they don't have, the only money they have to fool with is getting a check from us. That makes it really easy. They really like it, especially if you're a coach or an organizer. That takes a lot of the load off of them. And we've seen lots of repeat customers from this. They like it. And it's really growing well for us. The upside on it. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I was just going to say, to be clear, when we're talking about, we're collecting the money, we're creating the site, that's something that we're doing, helping out our fundraising partners. So when we say, we're collecting the money, that's something that you guys would be doing for your fundraising partners. We would still obviously function and support you guys and do the production and fulfillment and really other things, that we can do to support you as well. But the site and collecting the money, when we say, that's something that we're doing for any campaigns that you're running, that's still going to be on you to put together.
No, exactly, Chris. And when I say we, because what we're trying to show you here, when you go to this site, we're showing you everything that we're doing at a local level. So we're running people through basically this site like you have access to. You're welcome to take our ideas, make them your own, use them if you think that they work for you. But the whole purpose of this site is to be able to show you exactly how we do it and give you those tools that you can duplicate and go after it on your own. But when I say we, keep that in mind, that this is a partnership between Icon Ecom and you and your business. And that's what I mean by that. Back to what I was saying on the upside, price now is not as sensitive because what we're providing is a retail shop so that person can go in and buy that one or two items or whatever for themselves. And they're used to buying online. They see the retail prices, and we're very competitive, very in line with what a consumer would pay online. It's way more convenient, obviously, for the consumer and for the organizer. It's way less work, of course, for the organizer. So why don't we take a couple minutes and we'll kind of walk you through on how it works. So you can kind of see there, this is the site it's on our Icon Ecom. You can walk through, but this is exactly what we show our fundraisers, our groups and organizations that want to just have a gear shop or a swag shop. We walk them through this explanation, and then we take them to a page that kind of gives them more detail on how it works. So you can see how it works on that page as the organizer and as the consumer, and you can kind of see what all the expectations and stuff are there. So how it works on our end together as partners, we typically like to use WooCommerce and Etsy. We use both platforms. We'll use WooCommerce in most cases because we're not sharing extra fees with Etsy or Shopify or somebody else. Also on WooCommerce, we can create categories like we have done here for this the high school track and field team, where we're offering up a hoodie, a crew neck, and a t-shirt. Most customers are going in and buying at least 2 items. Most customers are buying for mom and dad, maybe the kid that's in the track, and sometimes siblings. So we offer youth through adults on most of these programs that we're doing. And then We also like to sell on Etsy. We've used this this campaign idea or this fundraising idea and created products on Etsy, because what we've seen is it really blew up our Etsy store. We did this one particular, this District Champs. We ran it on WooCommerce for a while, but then we also created a special shirt, this long sleeve tee. The football team sent it out to their group and we funneled them all through Etsy. We got tons of sales that they blew up our traffic on Etsy. Etsy started seeing that, this Planet Tee shop is selling products. And then we were also able to get a lot of reviews for our Etsy store. When we sell it on Etsy, we try to pick it where it's just one product, maybe not a collection. And we've done Christmas ornaments, we've done special designs and things, and it's really taken our Etsy store to another level, just because we've driven traffic to it that was naturally there, sent there by that organization. And it's kind of amazing the benefits that we've seen, by doing it through that Etsy store.
It really kind of jump started our Etsy store for us. Before we had some stuff on Etsy, we weren't really putting a big focus on it. Once we started deciding to do some of this, suddenly we saw our traffic start going up and some other sales start to come in. And then of course, a lot of these people that are associated with these fundraisers, they're more than happy to leave a review for you as well. So started getting more reviews, and it just kind of started to help kind of snowball some momentum on our Etsy store for us.
It really did. And again, when we're doing these things, we're not doing Etsy ads. We're not doing any other advertising. We don't have any marketing costs in that. So for us to share, what Etsy wants to keep, in our mind, it was well worth it. And we have hundreds of sales on our Etsy store now, and lots of reviews, and it's a great way to jumpstart your Etsy store. Yeah. So that's what we use. So, we use those two platforms. You can put it on lots of things, but that's what we go for. Here's a good example. Thanks, Chris, for sharing that. So this is one that it's on our WooCommerce store, and getting ready to talk about, who do you target? Who do I go out and find that's going to be a customer for me? Well, friends and family. And this is an example. So my son-in-law has a funeral home, and he sponsors lots of sports teams in the town. His family's done that for years. He'll do YMCA programs and a lot of things, and they've had a reputation for years, with the O'Donnell sports. So what he had a need for is just the parents wanting to get swag to wear, with the team that he's sponsoring. So this way, he sends them this link. The parents can go to this store. Several of these have multiple colors that they can choose from, but maybe click on one of them, Chris, because I want to show you how we made it unique, especially for this customer. They can go in, they can pick a shirt, and they can personalize it. So that's what they want. The parents want to be able to go there, get a shirt that's for the O'Donnell's team. They want their kid's name on it, and they want a number, and this solves the problem. And it's a great way to get started if you have any friends or family or that have little league teams or anything like that. So this is a great example. And of course, the local sports teams, the school teams, all of these we're reaching out to, and we're getting business from them. Daycares, student councils are great. Bands, they all need to raise money. Weddings, that's one. Maybe you don't have kids in school and you don't have access to that, but you might know somebody that's getting married, and maybe they're just going to have a bachelorette party or a bachelor party, and so they need a little bit of swag for that. Maybe they want matching shirts for their event, or the flask that we sell. That's a great way to launch it. And those especially would be really good to just put on your Etsy site, drive some traffic through it, take the orders for them. In most of those cases, they're not looking for it as a fundraiser. They just need an easy place to direct people to order the stuff. If they're not ordering from you, they're ordering from somebody else online, and it's a great way to provide that store, jumpstart your Etsy store with it. Another big one are, somebody with medical needs, somebody that's fighting cancer and the family wants to go out there and try to help raise some money to cover some of their costs or just help them out. They need money. And so, setting up a fundraising campaign for them works very well. People love to support that. And in those situations, typically, they can sell it for a lot more. People know that this is a fundraiser and money's going to them, and so they can command a bigger split. Where the coaches, if they made $1 or $2 an item, they're typically happy. Somebody that's trying to raise money for somebody in need, that's an opportunity to give them half of what you collect and still make some money on your end. Family reunions are a good one. Churches are a great one. They're always looking for fundraisers. Family reunion, they're just looking for a place to get, matching swag and send everybody a link and where you can ship their products to them no matter where they live. And so those are some of the ideas that we work, to develop this. What Chris is showing you here is just some examples of some of the campaigns that we've done, and you can go and look at that and see how we build them. Feel free to take any of our ideas and copy them, or just come up with better ones for yourself. Chris, why don't we show them a little bit on kind of what we're offering? One thing that we've done is we've created on the apparel side 4 different items that they're at lower price and these are typically items that are going to turn into, a higher volume. Most of our fundraising with these are 20 to 100, sometimes 200 or 300 piece orders, depending on who we're working with. So we know that we're going to screen print these in our direct to garment, so we can we're more efficient with the screen print. We can lower the cost, and we're going to provide a better product by screen printing this apparel. We've offered it up in lots of colors, typically youth through adult, and you can go in and you can build these campaigns with the Icon Fundraiser shirts. In there too, Chris, I think we've got built in there kind of the unique way on how, if you've got questions on how we need the artwork. So we got it. There you go.
Yep. Got a little video here to walk them through that.
Sure. And again, it's a little different because what we want to do is screen print it. It's not a digital image, but we can handle most artwork from a PNG. If you have an AI file, we're better off with that, and that'll walk you through it. And again, you still may have questions, and you may want to reach out to us, and we can help you with that.
Now, on these products, Randy, are there any minimums for them that we need to be able to do that screen print?
Yeah, it really does. We need to have about 18 pieces on up. We're going to back you on this. We want to get this off the ground. We all may have good intentions, and you've got a program out there, and we hope the group's going to come through, but maybe it's a smaller order where we're going to work with you and make sure that gets done. But we won't do that very long, so it's important that you're targeting people that have a little bit of volume so that we can set that up and screen print it. We just get killed when it's less than a dozen pieces if we have to set up and screen print, especially for something that's 2, 3, or 4 color.
And so usually we're setting these campaigns up where they're running for a limited time, right? So you're going to say, hey, we're going to have this out there. It's going to be available for a week or 2 weeks or whatever you put together with your organization. So it's important to communicate that to us on what that time frame is and what that looks like, so that when orders are coming in, we're kind of setting those to the side, because we're going to produce all those orders at one time, all at the same time for you at the end of the campaign, once we know how many were ordered in total.
Absolutely. Again, a week to 2 weeks, and again, it's campaign style. If you're not familiar with that, just reach out and ask. What we have seen, though, and it really is true, we try to push people to a 4-day campaign, because whether it's 4 days or 2 weeks, the first 2 days are good, the last 2 days are good, everything in the middle, nothing moves. So creating that urgency and doing that works best. If you have a lot of success and you want to extend it, you can. And again, it's where you and Icon will communicate on how you're going to run that and what's going on, and that's how we work together with this. and we'll get into kind of some of the communications that make this work for both of us, here towards the end as well. Other items that we've seen that do real well. Tumblers are a great one. Coffee mugs. A lot of times, the parents had enough Hannibal Pirate shirts, but boy, they'd like to have a tumbler, or a coffee mug, and that makes it nice. Especially with digital products like coffee mugs or even tumblers, it's easy to do a personalized where the kid's name's on it, the number, and those can be done one-offs a whole lot easier than the apparel. Couple of things. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's where when you're talking about bachelor and bachelorette parties, the wine glasses and beer steins and Pilsner glasses and shot glasses. I mean, any of that type of stuff is perfect for any of those types of events.
Yep, and those don't require minimums like the apparel does. So anything that's a digital project that's engraved or sublimated, those are done one-off anyways. So we can certainly handle those. It's just the apparel. And I don't want to misguide you on the, like I did with the O'Donnells, names and numbers are handled a little different. So if you've got that opportunity, that's something that we need to discuss. Adding that name and number does change the price for everybody. So we want to make sure we're on the same page. But most of these programs that I'm doing with Hannibal baseball and the track, it's just that one location, 2 or 3 colors, and we're just doing tons of. A couple other things, we've got a group looking at our doormats. They want to. It's a school group, and what they want to do is set up a campaign and sell a Hannibal Pirate doormat, to everybody in the school if they could. So that's kind of a unique item. People get a little, these groups that are raising money, they get a little wore out or tired of selling candy all the time that's gone in 5 minutes, or overpriced Christmas wrappers or wrapping paper, or some of the gift items that they sell that are pretty pricey, really don't have that great a value. But apparel they're going to wear all year round or for multiple years, and so the items that we can offer them, they have a lot of value, and price wise they're every bit in line. And most of them are buying it just because they want the team spirit stuff, the event, what have you. So it's an easy sale. It really is. The process I already covered kind of, where they come to us and we get the whole ball rolling with what do you want, what's the price, and how we work through that. One thing though is that I want to point out, and really why we've made this a special event, and we don't just have the icon fundraising products out there, you have to request them, is that there's a little bit more communication. We're not running this like a print on demand program where it just kind of runs on its own. There's obviously some upfront work on your end, talking to the customer, and then on our end, some communication. You can start the program, but letting us know through an email or even a phone call, that's what we're here for. And you can see in the email that we'll send out on the review that you can contact me, you can contact customer service at any time. And it's important because we want to work together with you and make this extremely successful for both of us. Part of that communication is on the shipping. We have several programs that we will add shipping to it, and we'll just ship it directly to the consumer's house. And they like that because sometimes their customers are all over the country. Some cases it's just for that small group that's in your town. So you may want to save them some shipping, offer free shipping, and where we'll send it to your house, and that really reduces that cost because we can bulk ship it to you or bulk ship it to your coach, and that's things that you and I can work through on how we make that more attractive. There is some shipping cost to that, but it's much less, and you can build that into the cost to your customer. So those are things that we would discuss, and we want to discuss in advance your timetable and maybe some other details. So the communication on this is a little different than the print on demand, but very important to the process. Hey, Chris, while you're right there, these are some tools that we provide that help our groups become more successful. They get the part about, once that's built and sending it out to their customers, but sometimes they get too busy and they don't do the follow-up. They're just too busy to do the follow-up. So what we found to make it more successful is we'll give them a printable flyer. Since we already have the graphic, we'll do a real simple flyer with the website on there. And a lot of times we'll provide a QR code right on that flyer. It's got the items. This way that organizer or coach can just print it out, hand them out to all their kids. They take it home. Kids love to scan the QR code, and takes them right to the site, and they can make it easy on them. Another thing that we'll do is we'll give them a Facebook ad. So we'll create social media ads, give them that so they can post it, because that is very effective. Most of them will put it on their Facebook page, especially on the school page. Again, the relationship that you're having with this customer, or the partnership that you have with this customer, is they're your marketer. You're not spending any money on marketing. You're not driving any traffic for them. They're doing all that for you. And then it brings it to something else that we found to be more successful. Our partners they'll typically send out an email to their kids or parents and say, hey, go here and buy this shirt. They run out of time a lot of times to do email follow-ups. So what we offer is that we will do those follow-ups for them. We ask them to include us in that first email, and that we're going to take that list and we will do the follow-ups for them. So, we might do 4 follow-ups. A couple days after the launch, we're going to send everybody a reminder. Maybe a couple days before the end of the launch, we're going to send them a reminder that it ends in a day. Maybe that last day, we're going to say, hey guys, last chance to get this in. We're shutting this down, and remind them of that. And then what we like to do is kind of send them a thank you follow-up after we know that the goods are delivered or shipped, thanking them for their business, asking them for a review. But then also what we've done now is we've captured, 25, 50, 100 emails that we can now retarget to our store Christmas time or whatever else we want to use, or if we're going to do another email, for their team or sport. And that's a great opportunity to build our business, with that customer. Another thing that we'll do as far as tools, we don't have that on here, but a lot of times I'll give the coach a free shirt. So, if the coach is running something for the track team or baseball team, happy to do it. And he's even happier when I give him a free shirt, and I just kind of build that in. And if I'm getting, 25, 50, 75 shirts, and that's pretty common for a track team, baseball team, because it's, the kids on the team, both parents, at least one parent, and a lot of times, a sibling. So it adds up pretty quick. And I'll give the head coach a shirt, and they love it for when they're wearing it. And a couple times, for example, we would do something really special, like that district shirt that I showed you. The football team were district champs. They're excited. So all the parents, the siblings, and most of the school want to have that district champ shirts. So those turn into the hundreds. And the coaches don't care about using it as a fundraiser. They just want to get the link out, get a lot of people wearing it. So I'll give all the assistant coaches and the coaches free shirts. They love it. They love to be a part of it. They're happy to help us, get the word out and let us make money. So those are a couple of little things that I've seen that make it more successful. Anyways, that's kind of an overview of what we're doing, and how we've been in business for 30 years, selling to groups and organizations. And again, with kind of the way the world's changed and the opportunities that are out there now, this is a model that we're using, and we want to partner with you and share that and work together and drive this business together. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to get a hold of us at our Icon customer service link, or give us a call, and let's partner up together and make these fundraisers successful, and help some people too while we're at it.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it. Thanks.